finish the work as rapidly as possible. Bring this war against Al-Qaeda to a rapid, successful conclusion. I've written about this in the New York Post. You can take a look at my piece. I think we need to get on with this. I support the administration on this. You know, I had some minor concerns with it. I spoke out against him, against the rules of engagement. I also said that I believed, having served under General Petraeus, I thought he would change the rules of engagement. A couple days ago he did. So I'm asking you to hang in there for another year to 15 months or so. We don't want to put hard deadlines on this, but we need to train the Afghan security force and begin to start to come home. Because the real threat is Al-Qaeda. That's our sworn enemy. They want to take us down. They want to change, remake civilization. But we're going to need another 12 to 15 months. Let me talk to you about the platform. The number one issue that I hear. You know, this district, we have 137 towns, 10 counties. And it has some diversity, although there's a lot of unanimity across our district. Great folks. We have wonderful farmers, manufacturers, contractors, builders, teachers, lawyers, wonderful folks, doctors, nurses, librarians, who love living here, who have a great life here, the incredible environment, good country living. But we need more economic development. The number one issue I hear is about the economy and the lack of jobs, private sector jobs. That's number one. And number two is that deficit and the debt. And so our platform addresses the central problems of the day. That's what our campaign, that's what I want to do for you, to serve you. When I go to Washington, D.C., is I want to speak out against these issues and be part of a new coalition and help lead it that actually helps create jobs and get our private sector economy going. I believe the way to do that is that you need to listen to small business owners and their employees. And that's what we've been doing, listening very carefully. And they tell me it's the levels of taxation, it's regulation, and it's healthcare costs. Those are the three biggest impediments to growth. Notice I didn't say that they were looking for Washington, D.C. to come in and solve the problem. They're asking for relief as it relates to taxes, regulation, and healthcare costs. If we address those three areas, we will grow. We will grow the economy. I've been consulting far and wide, specialists that look and give me advice on the tax code, that talk to me about regulation and healthcare. And I can tell you that this is incredibly complex stuff and it's very detailed. But number one, when it comes to taxation is when, you know, a wise man told me once years ago, if you're in a hole, the first thing you should do is stop digging. Just drop the shovel. Now is not the time to raise taxes. It is not the time. Now, some of the discussion, so where I'm going with that is our tax cuts of 2001 and 2003, we should not let them sunset. Now, there is some discussion. Some would say that if it's over $250,000, that they should sunset. Well, here's the issue with that, is that small business owners predominantly file as an individual or as an S corp. And so that tax increase is going to hit those who are going to create the jobs. That's a problem. That's a problem. We don't want to do that because when you, and we have some small business owners here with us tonight, and they can testify themselves, but when you talk to the small business owners, they tell you that this environment to them is hostile and uncertain. And what was interesting to learn is that many of them think that the uncertain part is the worst, because they've been dealing with a hostile environment for quite a while here in New York. But we've got to change that. If we expect to grow jobs, we're going to have a rearrangement of of the way we do taxation and regulation. Now, I'm studying the alternative minimum tax also as a way that could help target and provide more bottom line for our small business owners, because I think that will help be a catalyst for our economy. All of these things that I'm bringing forward are designed to solve the problems that we have growing the private sector economy. I'm studying the estate tax, trying to figure out what's the right modification to get that right. Capital gains. Here's the issue with capital gains. Right now, capital gains is at 15%.